What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today, of course, we're doing a 49ers offseason realistic rebuild after they've lost in the NFC Championship to the Los Angeles Rams. Now, before we get in today's video, though, guys, if you could leave a like and, of course, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not already. The support over here has been amazing, and I thank you guys so much for that, so I'd love to keep it up if you're able to. But this season has been a good one, man. I gotta tell you, if you would have told me the Super Bowl before the season started was going to be the Bengals and the Rams, I would have been like, nah, that's not happening. Maybe the Rams are a little bit predictable, but obviously the Bengals, shout out to them. I did a Chiefs offseason realistic rebuild yesterday. If you didn't see it, it is on the channel. But the 49ers come up short. I mean, honestly, the 49ers overexceeded my expectations. I'm sure they've overexceeded a lot of other people's expectations. I did not even expect them to beat the Packers, and it just, I mean, shout out to them. I predicted them to beat Dallas, but I didn't think they'd beat Green Bay, and they did, and got really close to beating the Rams. So shout out to the 49ers, but of course, this is going to be an interesting offseason for them with the whole Jimmy Garoppolo debacle and just a lot of other things. So if we take a look at the lineup as it sits right now, like I said, Kyle Shanahan, great head coach, will be here for a while, I'd like to imagine. You got Raheem Mostert, who didn't really play this season at all for them. So he probably, I'm not really sure what's going to happen with him. But Jimmy Garoppolo, of course, like I said, with Trey Lance in the backfield that they traded so many assets for, or not in the backfield, but you get what I'm saying. As the backup quarterback, everyone has kind of come up to the solution that Jimmy Garoppolo will most likely be traded. That way it could be the Trey Lance show. They traded a lot of things to get this guy, so hopefully they do have plans for him as being the starters. So, and of course, you have Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, which are pretty two solid wide receivers. Juwan Jennings stepped up, and you got George Kittle, one of the better tight ends in the league, and then Trent Williams, Mike McGlinchey, Tomlinson. And if you take a look at the defense, that front seven for San Francisco is really damn good. Eric Armstead, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa. Then you got, solid safeties, solid secondary, but obviously the strength over here on the defense is the front seven. So if we take a look at the free agents, though, that we need to be re-signing, we'll start with this. So we got $40 million, it looks like, in cap space, but we're going to be able to free up a little bit more money. So we have Jason Verrett as a corner who's 31 years old. Probably won't sign him. You got Laken Tomlinson, Raheem Mostert. I imagine with Trey Sermon and also Elijah Mitchell, I would assume the San Francisco 49ers wouldn't re-sign Raheem Mostert. I mean, Raheem Mostert's a really good running back. It just seems like they already kind of have two backs back there. So I don't know if they would re-sign him or not. I may not, just because I feel like the 49ers could go a different route. So with the two running backs they already have. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to re-sign my left guard in Laken Tomlinson, give him like a 3-year contract and see if he would be one to accept this. And he's back. So we got ourselves a left guard to continue to protect whatever quarterback we have back there. Jaquaski Tart. It just kind of depends how much money he's looking for. He's 30 years old. He doesn't look like he's asked for too much money, so maybe like a 2-year deal wouldn't be too bad. And he's going to test free agency. No big deal. DJ Jones, I'm going to go ahead and probably try to resign him as well. Just get a guy or keep our front seven intact, and boom, he's back. And then other than that, I think I'm ready to move on. Like I said, Jason Verrett and then Raheem Mostert. I just feel like with the two young running backs they already have, I would assume Raheem Mostert maybe finds a team somewhere else. It is very possible San Francisco would re-sign him, especially since he'd probably be cheap with him being injured. I think it was like the first game of the season, if I remember correctly. And then Jason Verrett's 31 years old. So if we do want to re-sign him, we'll re-sign him of day one in free agency. But obviously, the biggest elephant in the room is the whole Jimmy Garoppolo thing. It almost seems like San Francisco is for sure going to trade him away. So that's what we're going to do. Now, who's going to trade for Jimmy G and what is his trade value? I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm just going to try to make my best estimated guess on where he's going and what he's worth. Immediately comes to mind, I'm thinking the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are going to need a quarterback if they wanted to go maybe for Jimmy G. I don't know. I mean, any team really needs a quarterback, and Jimmy Garoppolo is solid. Just don't really know who's going to be trading for him. Maybe San Francisco ends up having to cut him. We'll see what happens. I'm going to trade him today, though, just because I feel like there'd probably be some team out there that'd be willing to give up a little bit for him. We'll see where that team lies, and we'll see if we can find a good trade package for Jimmy Garoppolo. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a DFS player props website that allows you to go over or under on players' projections. You're facing no one in the world but yourself and the numbers, so let me go ahead and show you a few examples of how it works. So on this example, I went for a flex play on Deebo Samuel, Cordell Patterson, Laviska Shenault, and David Johnson, who were all able to hit or go under the numbers, which led to me getting $170. That's just one example. And here's another example where I didn't actually get everyone correct, but I still didn't walk away with nothing. Aaron Jones was able to hit over his fantasy score. Chase Edmonds got over 10 fantasy points, and Mercedes Lewis got under 18.5 receiving yards. But unfortunately for me, DeAndre Hopkins did not get a touchdown in this game. If you do decide to sign up, my link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables. They are offering 100% deposit match up to $100. So I've thought the team that made the most sense was the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, is this too much for Jimmy Garoppolo, or is this too little? Do you think Jimmy Garoppolo will be traded? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your feedback on this, but I traded to Pittsburgh for a 3rd rounder and a 4th rounder next year. I don't think Jimmy G is going to be worth like a 1st or anything like that. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's really hard to tell what Jimmy G's value will be, but I do know we did free up quite a bit of money by trading him away. So I'm happy with that. And I think the 49ers free up a lot of money if they do end up cutting Jimmy G and they can't find a trade asset for him, or can't find a trade partner. So with that, we have Jimmy Garoppolo gone, and is obviously now the Trey Lance show. So Trey Lance is the quarterback. You have Elijah Mitchell, Trey Sermon, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, which I love. You got Ridley, you got Trent Williams, Tomlinson, Alex Mack, Banks. The right guard could use some improvement, so maybe we'll go for a right guard in free agency. That might be something we should look into. A backup quarterback. Maybe just in case Trey Lance, struggles a little bit. We do need a free safety. We need some corners. There's quite a bit to address. So I like the front 7. I think I'm going to leave the front 7 alone. I love what I'm seeing here. So not going to go too crazy on trying to sign defensive tackles. I guess we could use an outside linebacker. I didn't really see that. I didn't really notice that. So we probably could use an outside linebacker, but free safety, corners, and then maybe a right guard, and then potentially another wide receiver. We'll see. So with our $48 million, I believe, in cap space, let's go ahead and head to free agency and see what we can get out here. So free agency, you got Devontae Adams, of course, but I'm not going to go that crazy. Teron Armstead, Von Miller, Melvin Gordon, Casey Hayward. So immediately with our free safety situation, Marcus Williams sounds like a really, really good player to initially go get. So I am going to go ahead and stop here first and try to get Marcus Williams to be my free safety here in San Francisco. That's going to give us the #1 offer by quite a bit, but just to make sure we do get him, I'm going to increase his offer even higher than that, and hopefully that gives us the edge of getting Marcus Williams to be our free safety, because we could really, really use him. So Marcus Williams, I love that offer. First offer. Even Devin McCourty, I guess, if we strike out, we could go for him. Gronkowski, Odell, Younghoe Koo. We already have Robbie Gould, who I think is a really good kicker. Jason Verrett. Juju, if you wanted to sign Juju Smith-Schuster to be your wide receiver in San Fran, that could be a thing. And then middle linebackers are Oluokun. I barely ever see him in free agency. Leighton Vander Esch, but we really don't need a middle linebacker. We need an outside more than anything. Jacoby Myers is a slot guy, wouldn't hurt as well. That could also be another interesting one, just another weapon for Trey Lance. So I kind of like the idea of potentially getting Jacoby Myers. We'll come back to it, though, because I do want to kind of see if might be something else you should be going for. Kyle Fuller, Ronnie Harris. So, I mean, I do want to look at the cornerbacks in free agency, because, like I said, we really do need a corner. So Casey Hayward could be interesting. Just have him over here for 1 year. Verrett, of course, we let go. Russell Douglas, Shavarius Ward, Chris Harris Jr., Jordan Lewis. So there's quite a bit of options here. I might go for Jordan Lewis just because he is going to be pretty cheap, and he is a star development corner. So just getting at least 1 or 2 corners in free agency definitely would be really nice. So that's going to be our #1 offer on Jordan Lewis. I love that. And then, of course, our other corner is a 78 overall, and then we have a 72 overall. So maybe we can draft another corner as well if we don't get everyone we want here. Javarius Ward. Just need to definitely try to get a couple guys here. If Casey Hayward ain't too expensive, I don't know, man. I don't think I could pay that much money for Casey Hayward. Maybe just go for Verrett again. He's going to cost us $8 million. I'll offer him a 1-year deal. Jason Verrett, potentially. So that's pretty much done there. And then I do want to look at the right guard situation, because we did need a guard. We got Austin Corbett in free agency, Alex Kappa. So one of those 2 guys would be great to get. Even Connor Williams wouldn't hurt. So definitely going to try to maybe go for Alex Kappa here from Tampa Bay, if we can get him. Still, Alex Kappa, that'd be pretty awesome. So we'll have that, and just like that, 103 total points. All right, so our negotiations for day 1 are looking pretty solid, I would like to think. You got Marcus Williams, Jason Verrett, Jordan Lewis, and Alex Kappa. So I kind of want to see if we get all 4 of them or not. So let's just go to day 2 of free agency and see if we get that lucky. Next stage, day 2. Hopefully we get all of them. We'll see. Probably not going to get every single one. That usually doesn't work that way, but most of them. Dude, everyone rejected but Jason Verrett. That is so unlucky. Oh, we didn't get Marcus Williams, bro. Oh, that sucks. So we got no one. We got Jason Verrett back at corner, which is cool, I guess. But I really wanted Marcus Williams. I'm not going to lie. That's awful. That sucks. Okay. All right. Well, let me take a look at this one. All right. So we didn't get the right guard. We basically got nothing. That is so unfortunate. Okay. So we got Jason Verrett back in free agency. We got Mosley over here as well. Outside linebacker. Still need to address. And then a free safety. Still very important. So maybe just go for Jaquiski Tart back if we wanted to. $39 million still to spend. Let's see what's still available out here. Maybe we're not totally. We could sign Devin McCourty for 1 year if we want to do something like that. I don't know, man. that I really wanted to go for. Is that what we're shooting for here? So Devin McCourty, you got Jaquiski Tart. So honestly, man, if I'm gonna sign Devin McCourty, I almost would just rather sign Jaquiski Tart low key. You got DeMonte Kazi as well, Ronnie McLeod. Maybe we just resign Jaquiski Tart to a deal, maybe like a 2-year deal. We can go ahead and maybe give him a contract. So that'll be our free safety coming back. That's really unfortunate. And then I guess one last thing I do want to look at is wide receiver. So Devontae, I'm obviously not going to shoot for the stars with that. Will Fuller could be interesting. Jacoby Myers. So who do we want more? Robinson, Deontay Harris. I mean, any of these guys would be solid to have next too. So Deontay Harris, I kind of like the idea of maybe as another wide receiver option here. So I'm going to go ahead and offer Deontay Harris a contract to be my 3rd wide receiver, maybe my slot guy, and see if we can maybe edge out this Seattle Seahawks and getting Deontay Harris. Hopefully day 2 goes a little bit better. We get Jaquiski Tart and Deontay Harris. Hopefully that's what I'm hoping for here. If we get them, that'd be great. Got both of them. That's huge. So we got ourselves a wide receiver. We got our free safety back. So that's going to help out a little bit. Still need an outside linebacker, 100%. We have $27 million in cap space left. So we still have the potential of making some more signings. Right guard still needs some help. I like our center's not bad. Alex Mack. I believe he's kind of old, but yeah, he's 36, but we can work with that. Trent Williams is as well, of course. But and then defensively, still looking at linebacker core. Probably will end up drafting a corner. And then we'll see what we want to do with addressing the linebackers. So free agents, let's just see what's left to get out here. So we still have money to spend. We could go for Casey Hayward if we wanted to as a corner. AJ Boye, Will Lutz, Kyle Fuller. What do we want to do here? So guard situation, is Connor Williams out here? J.R. Sweezy. Okay. So the guard situation isn't great. David DeCastro. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be spending money on a guard out here. So I'm really tempted to just low-key throw my money at Casey Hayward, not going to lie. He's going to be a solid corner for 1 year. We're going to go ahead and do it. We're going to offer Casey Hayward a contract. He's going to be our corner for 1 year here in San Francisco. And then what else do we want to do here? A linebacker, and I don't think that's going to be possible to get, honestly. So let's see. Justin Houston, KJ Wright, and then, of course, you have Jason Pierre-Paul, Alex Singleton. So I think with signing Casey Hayward, I think that's going to be my last acquisition via free agency. If we do get him anyways, that would be another solid corner coming in here just to help our, our defensive back situation. So if we get Casey Hayward, I think we'll probably just go to the draft. Never mind. We're not going to find out until after I get back into the franchise mode because EA loves to crash itself. So now that we are back in franchise mode, I'm actually going to be trading for an outside linebacker here from the Miami Dolphins, trading a 3rd-round draft pick that we got for Jimmy Garoppolo. So basically, we're getting an outside linebacker. And the reason why we're doing this is because I feel like younger quarterbacks succeed when there's a really good team around them. I mean, that's pretty obvious, and of course, Casey Hayward accepted as well. But I kind of just stated the obvious, but when your quarterback is in a kind of a tough situation when the team's not very good around him, obviously he's going to struggle. So this gives him the best chance to succeed, I would say. We still need a guard, obviously. And then defensively, it looks a little bit better with Van Ginkel joining the linebacker core. So that just kind of makes our front 7 pretty good again. And then Casey Hayward, Jason Verrett, and then you got Mosley down here, and then Thomas. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with how the offseason went. I thought it was pretty solid. Moving on from Jimmy Garoppolo and giving Trey Lance the keys to the organization with Deontay Harris, Deebo Samuel, and Brandon Ayuk, and then George Kittle, and then Trent Williams. All right, so the one thing we need to kind of address in the draft, if nothing else, is a guard, because we do need that 100%. So let's go into this draft, get ready and prepared to be able to draft a guard. It really sucked I was not able to get Alex Kappa, but it's okay. Hopefully get a decent right guard in the draft. We don't have a 1st-round pick, obviously, from the Trey Lance trade, but we do have a 2nd-rounder, which we'll be using probably on a guard. So our first selection in this draft is going to be in the 2nd round at pick number 18. So we're just going to go ahead and skip to that, and we're just going to see what right guards are available at pick number 18, because that's kind of what our biggest need is right now. And then, of course, the rest of the draft, we'll just kind of pick whatever we can get. So at this selection, you got Kenyon Green on the board. Okay, so that could be an interesting Kenyon Green. He's got B, impact block, C, pass block, and D, run block. But I've seen him fall in the draft so much in this draft class, so not really sure I want to go that route. I'm going to just go ahead and filter the right guards here and kind of see what's available. So you got Donovan West, Okafor here, Bradley Folan. So it looks like we don't really need a reach. Maybe we can wait till the next draft pick, maybe. Maybe we'll just go for the next one. Actually, let's see how these guys even look. So if we take a look at Donovan West, he's got B, impact block, and we're one of his best fits. He's got D, stamina, C, pass block power, and A, lead block. Round 3 to 4 projection, and then you got the guy out of Alabama here, B, pass block, and then A, lead block. Oh my, they both look really solid, actually. Okay, maybe I'll wait. I'll wait till the 3rd round, potentially grab one of them. Hopefully that's I'm not selling the bag there, but we could maybe use another corner. D catching with Andrew Booth here. C tackle, B kick return, B awareness. All right, we got to make a decision here soon, but I might come back to Andrew Booth because we could use another corner. Allen Anderson, maybe another free safety wouldn't hurt. And Daxton Hill, D tackle, C hit power. We are the top fits for a lot of these guys, it looks like. I'm going to draft the corner here in Andrew Booth and hope that's a good selection. I'm not sure if it is or not. And he is a normal development corner. So hopefully, once we get to the 3rd round, we're going to be able to get one of those right guards that are available. Or maybe I sold the bag and should have selected them earlier, but maybe we'll see. So let's go ahead and see if one of those guys are available. If not, I'm going to feel very, very upset with myself. But let's see if we get that lucky. Right guard, we got Donovan West on the board. And they're both here. So which one do I want is the question. Alabama or Arizona State. So they're still here. I probably don't have to reach this high, but I'm going to do it anyway. B impact block, A lead block. I'm going to draft Donovan West here. He's a normal development right guard. Unfortunate, but it's okay. He looked pretty good, so I'm going to assume he's pretty solid. We'll see. Then the 4th rounder. Let's see what we can get. Maybe just draft another guard if the other guys... Now, he just went. Oh, my goodness. We could have drafted the other guard as well. Maybe just take our chances and see which one was better. But Jalen Green, Joseph Nagata. What else we got? Michael Wright, Wante Morris, Ed Ingram, Zay Flowers, Joey Porter. I mean, a wide receiver probably wouldn't hurt if we wanted to go a wide receiver here. Maybe even a middle linebacker for just to back up Fred Warner in the future. I don't know. Peyton Wilson, Henry, Alabama. Let's see what he looks like. C pursuit. You got B injuries, C pursuit, C awareness, C impact block. I'm probably not getting anything that great here in the 4th round or in the 4th round anyway. So I'm happy with that. We're just going to go ahead and skip to the end and kind of see how our draft recap ended up. So we actually drafted a 70 overall corner, which is not too bad. And we also drafted a 73 overall right guard. So I'll actually take that. We got a 60 overall middle linebacker and a 68 overall wide receiver in Zay Flowers. So CPU definitely did a better job than I did in the last couple picks. But I feel like I did a decent job with the first 2. So I'll definitely take that. That makes our right guard position a lot better. That makes our defensive look a little bit better. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this lineup's going to look like going into this season, of course, with Jimmy Garoppolo gone. And we also could use a backup quarterback with our $9 million. So I might end up doing that real quick as well. Just kind of getting a backup QB because obviously you need one. So if we take a look, we got Trey Lance at a superstar development QB situation. The guards, the offensive line looks pretty solid. Of course, some of them are veteran and aging, but it's okay. Debo Samuel, Deontay Harris, Elijah Mitchell, Trey Sermon, then Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle. Defensively, if we take a look, you got Fred Warner, not Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner's a quarterback who's retired. Don't know why I was about to say that. Jimmy Ward, Jaquaski Tart. You got Casey Hayward, Mosley, Jason Verrett, Eric Armstead, Javon Kinlaw, DJ Jones, and then Nick Bosa. So, and then Van Ginkel, who we traded for as well. So hopefully this season ends up being another playoff season for the San Francisco 49ers. I'm going to assume it's going to be very, very based off how Trey Lance does. It'll be interesting to see, though, if the 49ers do end up rolling with Trey Lance next season, which I assume they would. Was he worth all the assets they gave up? I guess we'll see what happens. So the season comes to an end, and look what we have here. We have a little bit of a wild card round rematch here, but this time it's in San Francisco at Levi Stadium. We went 12-5. Okay. We will definitely take that. One last hoorah. I'm assuming this is for Trent Williams. I'm not going to look at that, though. So, okay, I'm impressed. 12-5. Definitely was not expecting that. I didn't know if Madden would give me the benefit of the doubt, but we are playing Dallas in the first round. It is a little bit of a rematch, so let's go take a look at the stats real quick. Trey Lance led the league in passing touchdowns. 42 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 4,500 yards. We did sign Tyrod Taylor as a backup, pretty solid backup. So Trey Lance was definitely worth every asset, it looks like, at least here in Madden. And rushing-wise, Elijah Mitchell, 12 touchdowns, 8 touchdowns from Trey Sermon. Where's Debo Samuel's rushing yards? We all know that man's definitely going to have some, but he actually had 25 rushing yards, so W for him. And then receiving, Samuel had 1,200 yards, George Kittle had 1,000 yards, and Deontay Harris, who we signed in free agency, had 1,000 yards as well. So 11 touchdowns, 9 touchdowns, and 8 touchdowns, and then 9 from Brandon Ayuk. So there's plenty of weapons around Trey Lance, which probably led to some of his success. So looking at the sacks, we had 17.5 from Nick Bosa, 16 from Eric Armstead, absolutely just dominating the league. 7 touchdowns, or 7 sacks, I should say, from Javon Kinlaw, 4.5, 3.5. So it looks like our front 7 was the front 7 we all expected them to be. And then the guy we signed in free agency, Casey Hayward, 5 interceptions on the season. Very awesome, man. This was actually a really good year. And then safeties, we actually had 1 from Nick Bosa. No surprise there. Man's an absolute stud. He's also got 2 blocked kicks for us as well. So Let's go, man. This should be we got eighth in offensive yards in the league, and then we were 16th in defense. So okay, here we go, man. We're gonna be going up against the Dallas Cowboys this time. Like I said, it's at Levi Stadium. Let's go ahead and see if we can beat Dallas once again in Wild Card Weekend. But this time it's Trey Lance at the quarterback position. Look at this, man. Trey Lance coming out of the tunnel. This man is pumped up. Can we beat Dallas here? We're gonna skip this first moment. We come out and score a field goal. Okay, that's good to put up points though. We come out and score up 10-0. It is now 10-7 ball game. Let's see if we can go 17. Nope. It is going to be 14-10. Looks like Dallas is going to be up 21-10 at the end of this, or close to the end of this half. But I'm going to jump in and try to get some points on the board. Let's see if I can maybe make some good decisions here. So hopefully I'm not fumbling the bag too much. I'm going to go George Kittle here, catch and run, but actually a really good stop by the defense there. All right. Thought I had that. Looks like Deebo Samuel might be in press coverage. Let's see if that's going to be there potentially. The safety is there, so I don't know if that's there. This play doesn't look like it's going anywhere. 2nd and 10. I need a first down. This isn't a good look. They want me to run the ball, but obviously I'm not going to do that. So we need a first down very badly here. We're actually going to play action this. I don't know if this is going to work, but hopefully Deebo Samuel finds a way to get open here. I think he's going to be open. He's literally wide open. So Dallas, I don't know what defense you're playing, but thank you very much. I definitely needed that. I'm going to go no. Actually, he went out of bounds. So minute left on the clock. I might actually start running the football, to be honest with you, because we have all 3 of our timeouts. So let's just go ahead and start running this ball and maybe taking a little bit of the clock away. That way Dallas doesn't have time to put up points. A little bit of a slow halfback draw, but it's okay. Now we're going to go back to passing because we just took a little bit of time off the clock. All right. And of course, we're not totally in the red zone yet, so I don't want to just totally just not sell out. And now we're in the red zone because George Kittle is a beast. We're going to call a timeout. 37 seconds left on the clock. We definitely need to put up a score here before this is over. So we're going to go actually to the curls route. Curl for the girls. If Brandon Ayuk is open here, we'll see. Maybe George Kittle is open here. Let's see if it's there. I'm not going to throw it. I'm actually just going to run this ball with... I'm gonna slide. I'm gonna slide just to be safe. 30 seconds left. I'm actually gonna go no huddle. It's gonna actually then we're gonna call a timeout. 18 seconds left. Took a lot of time off the clock. All right, so we have 18 seconds left. Another timeout. I think we're solid here. As long as we make good decisions, we should be able to throw a touchdown here. As long as I don't make a stupid pass, we'll be fine. All right, Elijah Mitchell potentially. You got George Kittle. The angle is kind of there, but I'm just gonna run out of bounds. Take the first down. I almost wanted to throw it to B, but I was just going to play it safe there. Got Trey Lance, who's mobile, which is good in this league nowadays. I feel like if you're not mobile, it's going to be pretty hard to succeed in this league. Not always, but it looks like the quarterback position is kind of trending that way. So you know what? I'm just going to run this in with Trey Lance because I'm a cheeser in Madden, as you can tell. And we're just going to take that touchdown. We definitely needed that before the half was over, so I'm very happy with that. 21-17, but Dallas comes out of the 3rd quarter and scores immediately. So it looks like they might be getting their revenge. It's 31-17. Trey Lance, I need you to do something. 31-24, okay. But it's 34-24 with a minute 56 left. This might be coming to an end if we can't get anything going here. We're going to need a quick score. We're going to need all 3 of our timeouts as well. So we're going to have to make good decisions here. I'm going to throw this out of bounds. Not looking to obviously get sacked. Would be kind of a bad situation to be taking a sack. Let's see if we can get some out routes going with Ayuk or even Samuel. Ooh, I kind of like the coverage I see on Deebo Samuel right now. If the safety does not go over there, I might throw it. I'm not going to actually. I'm just going to, again, run this football. So 4 rushes for 24 yards, 1 touchdown, 3rd and 5. Let's go to play action post shot. Let's see if this is open. Deebo Samuel potentially, maybe even Brandon Ayuk on a go route. Let's see if we can maybe get it to him. Let's see. Look at Ayuk. I think Ayuk is there. We're going to go to him. That's a catch and run. That is a big play. I shouldn't have used a timeout. It's okay, though. Actually, that's not okay. I should not have used a timeout. That was probably not the best situation. It's all right. Sorry. Definitely not. Yeah, I shouldn't have used that timeout. It's okay, though. It's all right. As long as we can score quickly here, it's not going to be a big deal. I'm just going to go to RB. I'm just going to run out of bounds here. We get out of bounds. All right. Solid play. Instead of taking a sack, we get out of bounds. 2nd and 4. Definitely huge. All right. Let's see if we can get another good play going here. So I feel like we've done a decent job so far. I don't like how this play looks. The coverage looks pretty good for it. Let's just try to get actually Deebo Samuel maybe on a slant route if it's there. Maybe not. I can't take a sack, and I'm taking a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. That sucks. Okay. Clear out. See if I can get George Kittle going up, maybe. Is Deebo Samuel there? It's close. I probably could have catched him. Okay. I secure caught it. I don't know why. I thought that was going to be like a sideline catch, but it's okay. I think I'm going to have Mitchell here underneath. Get there, Mitchell. All right, it's fine. 40 seconds left on the clock. I mean, this isn't going to matter probably, but at least we're going to put up some points. We're going to have to get the onside kick going. Just going to go right back to Mitchell. That's a touchdown. 30-24. Unfortunately, the clock is going to expire on us most likely. We're going to have to execute an onside kick, and it's probably not going to work. So I probably should not have used that timeout. Probably would have given myself the ball back. Unfortunately, we are going to lose to the Dallas Cowboys, who end up getting revenge. But I got to tell you, if Trey Lance comes out like this and plays like this next year, I see this part of Madden, this animation, I don't understand. If you just lost a playoff game, there's no way the losing team is going to be that happy. Trey Lance is not going to be out there partying with Dallas and taking photos and being all happy like that. He might take some pictures, but he's not going to be celebrating. I don't understand that. But regardless, like I said, San Francisco's future, if Trey Lance can play like this, is going to be very bright. And Kyle Shanahan, shout out to him for getting the 49ers as far as they did. But for now, this is Crushables 2. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.